Hi everyone, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about three things. First of all, addiction to chaos that I found in my life and which is influencing my decisions, and I didn't know about that. Second thing is about the amount of debt that is left for me to pay off, and third thing is day 7 of my experiment with a time audition, how it's going on. So first thing first, addiction to chaos. In this book that I'm reading, Buy Back Your Time, he's talking about time assassins, that things that take away our time, and one of them is addiction to chaos. When I started listening about it, I was like, yeah, this is me, this is my life. So what he's talking about and how I understood it is that when we grew up in a certain environment where things were not really stable, we tend to accept it as a norm. And growing up, depends on how severe it was, the chaos around us, we learn how to operate in chaos. So when things are not like that, like the opposite, we start to get anxious, like something is going wrong. For example, if you get used to troubles, like getting out from troubles all the time, whenever in your life you will experience that things are going in normal pace, no stress, no troubles, you will feel uncomfortable, you will feel anxious, like something, and you would have a thought like something is about to happen, something bad is about to happen, so I have to be ready, for example, for it. So this is how my mentality was, and I knew that, but I didn't know how deep it was for me. Listening to this, his story, to the stories of his clients and all of that, I found myself that actually there are decisions that I was making based on my addiction to chaos. Like I was starting from scratch whenever I felt like going through successful moments in my life. I finished those things. For example, when it was in my career in IT company, when it was in my career with teaching, whenever I experienced any kind of success, like when money were bigger and the job itself became easier and easier for me, I felt like I needed change, and I rationalized that feeling, and I thought that, okay, this is me, I burned out, or it's not my thing, I need to find new thing and all of that. And I changed careers, I started from scratch, going without savings. I had to struggle to find the way out, to start from scratch again, and things like that. So with the experience of the war, when I lost everything, like my house, which was the basics that I didn't have to think about because I had my own place in Ukraine, and here now I have to rent all the time and worry about my roof. So there I didn't have to worry. It got me like in a severe form, and I realized that I cannot live like that anymore. And once I was going through one of the coaching programs, the author of the program, we had like one-to-one session, and he emphasized it for me as well, that like, Kate, I know, like I'm the same. Like we used to think under pressure, like we used to be in pressure, like under pressure all the time, and this is the way we function the best way. Like we need this stress, then all our creativity is pumping out, and manifesting itself, all of the like thinking creative processes are coming out. So he asked me then, like, you need to ask yourself a question: are you going to live like this all your life, starting from scratch every time when you have at least some success? And it was an eye-opening question for me, because I realized like I'm not getting younger, I'm not getting anything stable, and my son is growing and I'm like the only one who's taking care of him. So I need to finally stop this addiction to chaos and normalize my life and normalize normal life pace for me, and stop chasing chaos all the time. So the thing is, whenever I deal with chaos, whenever I deal with uncertainty, I look for another chaos, I look for another uncertainty to deal with. It's like addiction, it's like drug addicts, alcoholics and all of that. It's the same. Like I need some, I need it, not now. When I've realized it, I started paying attention to it. And actually, I was going through the crisis when when I started this channel. I was going through it. I just finished the coaching course, when that I was dreaming about, and I paid a hell of a lot of money for that course. And I thought, this is my career. Finally, I found it. But because it was certainty and everything was clear for me, how to promote myself, how to advertise myself, how to find clients, it was everything like ready to go. It was too clear for me, too certain, too normal, and I started like sabotaging myself. I started like, no, it's not real, it's not the way it is, it's all fake, they don't want me to succeed. I was like demonizing my teachers, and especially my teacher who was conducting the exam and accepting my work. So yeah, now looking back, I see it. Back then I rationalized my decision to not to go on the pathway of coaching and start finding some other way, magical way. I don't know what I was looking for, but now I see it clearly, when I needed time to process it and go through that crisis, so I can finally, with these thoughts about my addiction to chaos, everything was just coming up together. I realized like I cannot live like that anymore. I have to normalize my life. I have to make it more stable, because if I will be like that all the time, I will always struggle. I will always find chaos. I will always be looking for chaos. But then I realized maybe I can just upgrade the level of the chaos. For example, if it's the chaos of going from minus to zero, why I cannot transfer my energy from going to zero, from zero to plus. Yeah. So this kind of thinking is going on right now for me. Like when I'm it's like a transition to the second thing I wanted to talk about, is like how the challenge with 14 days is going on. While I'm doing this audition of my time spent and how I spend my time, I see clear that this addiction to chaos is finally, I can say that I'm done with it. It's just now it's the complete unknown for me, because there is no chaos anymore. Now I covered my basics, I don't have to struggle anymore. And here, usually what I would do, I would go back and create chaos again. So now I have to behave in a different way, but it's something new for me, completely new, where I don't have to start from scratch. Oh my god, my hand is shaking, sorry. Okay, it's better now. I don't have to start from scratch. I have to upgrade and develop what I have now, and step by step slowly start to increase what I have now without creating any problems for myself. So I'm trying to keep this idea. It's not like I'm keeping this idea in my head, and whenever I feel this emotion, this urge, need into a dramatic change, like today, what happened today, I so all of a sudden I decided to move to Canada, and I rationalized it. You know how? I said I want to move to Canada to join Dan Martell team, who is a coach, but it's a trick because I would have to start over again to find myself a place to live, car to drive. They move, they don't have this, they have the opposite side of the road, so I would have to start driving lessons again. I would have to find a car, I would have to find a place, I would have to find a temporary job until I get to the point where Dan Martell can hire me, because I went to his online, to his website, and they don't hire any coaches right now. They're hiring positions like video editor, etc., stuff like that. So I caught this moment, this rational idea, because it's like, it seems like it's the career of coaching. What you want to do, you have to work with big people, to to learn from them, be close to them. It sounds so rational, so logical. Like, if I wouldn't know this thing about my addiction to chaos, I would follow the decision, and in a couple of months you would see me in Canada trying to start over again and stuff like that. But now I know this thing about me, and even if I go to Canada, I will do this on the circumstances where I don't have to deal with chaos like this to start over again. And now I understand that it's not about, it doesn't matter with whom I work or how I work. I need to do it in my pace with what I have, building up step by step a bit more and a bit more, but not to make dramatic changes so I have to start over again from scratch. So I hope maybe this kind of thing will be useful for you. Maybe you will find yourself in my story and you would understand this thing about yourself. And I see how it's impacting my life. Honestly, this addiction would change my life, would influence on my life. In this way, I would be jumping from country to country, trying to find myself, thinking that it's not my way, it's not my way, this not my way, this not my way. But in reality, if I control and manage this addiction, I can actually overcome it and break the cycle and make my life way better and more stable and more safe for me and my son. So yeah, I think this is everything that I wanted to say about this thing. And another moment about my debt. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Like this month, I made a huge payoff, and if you watch video, my first video, you will see that I'm talking about that I have debts around £5,000. So today I calculated it's 2,843, I think, pounds of debts in total, and I'm paying off and working off my debt as teacher as well. So I'm quite proud about it, and I'm happy that now I control my desire to educate myself and pay for it with money that I don't have. So I'm not getting more debts, but I'm paying off the one that I have already, and it gives me a feeling of relief and pride, and just happiness in total, and lightness that I don't owe anybody anything. This is the day that I want to feel and go through as soon as possible. So it's almost halfway through my debts. Within I started, I think, in January, no, something like that, less than 6 months. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. When I started, I did not believe that I can do it within 1 year. Now I'm halfway through and it's less than half year. So yeah, in the beginning it seems unreal, but once you make it step by step, day by day, like looking back, I can see that actually it's fucking real. Okay, I will mark this video somehow because I want this video, I want to rewatch it again and again. You know, this video, today's video, is quite important for me. Yeah, so this is it for today. Thank you anyone who watched it, and if you watched it fully, let me know, because I'm curious if anyone watches my videos in full length, because I think it's not like that. It's unreal. Thank you for watching, like and subscribing. I appreciate it all. I see plenty of comments and I'm just like overwhelmed because I don't even know when to respond to all of you guys. And but I will find time, definitely, as soon as possible to respond. Maybe to some comments I will respond in videos. So stay tuned. See you in the next video.